So we have our Work Together 3-1 in MindTap. We'll go ahead and open it up, and we see on the very top we have our directions. It says Norma Dirks owns Dirks Copy Center. Using the information provided, journalize each transaction completed during April of the current year. Use page 1 of the journal, and source documents are abbreviated as follows: C, check, R, receipt. So I want you to notice right here is my journal. Do you see how it already says page 1 on there for us? So we don't have to put in our page number. So I have my transactions. I'm going to make my screen just a little bit bigger, just to make it a little bit easier in the top row to see. Now, we can see at my April transactions. So the first thing that I like to fill in is I like to go ahead and put in April. And April is going to be abbreviated APR. And then the next thing I know is it's 1. Would you agree? Mm-hmm. All right, I got to figure out how the date works. Anyone figure out the date? Thank you. They changed it on me, so I appreciate it. So APR period 1. So after that, we don't have to put the month in. So my first transaction, receive cash from owner as an investment. Well, I think we just talked about that. What are my 2 accounts, Lillian? Cash and? Yes. Okay. So we know that we have our chart of accounts is the COA. So we know we're doing cash and then the name of the owner, capital. So my question to you, do we have a special column for cash? Yes. So you know what that means? We will never write the word cash right here, ever, ever, ever. Do we have a special column for Norma Dirks Capital? No. So that has to be written here. So in my account title section, I'm going to write Norma Dirks Capital. And again, if you don't know how to spell it, on the very top, if you switch over to your chart of accounts, it'll be listed right there for where it says Norma Dirks Capital. Now, the next thing that we have is going to be moving across to my journal where it says doc number. Do you see right here my source document is R1? So I'm going to put in R1. Now, Norma Dirks Capital does not have a special column. So is capital account going up or down? Do we have more capital or less capital? More, we do. What is the more side of our capital account? You are correct. So I'm going to go Norma Dirks Capital is going to be credited $2,800. And then notice I typed in 2800 and hit enter. It put in the comma and it put in the .00. Now, the other account that I'm affecting is cash. Do I have more cash or less cash? More. Leon, you are correct. What's the more side of cash? Debit. So I'm going to go ahead and debit cash $2,800. Bam! That is your first journalizing and transactions. Congratulations, class. Woo! Way to go. Not bad for a Friday. Wait, it's not even Friday. It's Thursday. I'm all excited for Friday, I guess. So let's go ahead and do the second transaction. Paid cash for supplies. Now, for the date column, I'm just putting in a 2. That I know for a fact. So transaction reads, paid cash for supplies, $450. Isaiah, what's my 2 accounts? Yep, 2 accounts for paid cash on supplies. Oh. Cash and supplies. Isaiah, do we have a special column for cash? Yes. Do we have a special column for supplies? No. So what are we going to write under account title? Supplies. Woo! You got it, Isaiah. That's exactly what we're going to do. So under account title, I'm going to write supplies. What is my source document, Isaiah? Do you know that? Yes. Says right at the end of the transaction, C1. Now, Isaiah, supplies is what type of an account? Asset, liability, owner's equity, revenue, or expense? Yes, it is. Do we have more supplies or less supplies? More supplies. Yeah, so that means my supplies has to go up. So I'm going to debit my supplies $415. Riley, cash. More cash or less cash? What is the less side of cash? Correct. We also know since we put the other one as debit, this one must be a credit, right? I truly will tell students, no, if you know the one of them, then know the opposite one must be the opposite of what you did, a debit or a credit. So you can go ahead and click on Save and Continue. And go ahead and have the On Your Own done for tomorrow as well. It should not take you that long. It is 2 questions, and it should look very, very, very familiar. Oh, it's not a graded assignment, so you can still do it.